With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. It just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or for worse, there is really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian. The last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. Okay. Well now, there's a famished face if I ever seen one. What can I get you, Alia? No, I got you something this time. There's a big bird. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Oh, alright. Thank you. That's a lot. A lot of meat.
Come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Oh my god, slow down, Noon.
I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Is it the curry from radz-at-han? Is it?
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Oh no, oh girl, you don't know how spicy that is.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in radz-at-han after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
That traveler was 0.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
Oh, she's dying. Oh no.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
Oh no, she's fine. She's fine. Don't worry.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Oh, come on, Erenville. Don't be so cold.
I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
Please do. I'm curious.
Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home. And they've been fighting each other for nearly as long.
No surprise.
The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
80 years ago, eh?
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace.
Good for you.
But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
How so?
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
What? Does he really want to take Garlemald over? Even I wouldn't let that. No! Not gonna happen.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
Oop.
I can't allow it.
I am with you, girl. Don't worry about it.
No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well.
A warrior of considerable skill. They really don't know who I am, do they?
And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Huliandel?
Yes. Why am I even thinking? That's a yes.
You don't need to decide right this moment, but I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
Girl, you ate so
and
much.
One more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
No, take it. I don't mind. Erenville is just face palming. Oh, poor guy. Whether Wuk Lamat has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission's success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then, well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuk Lamat's situation. Still, you have been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Noumenon is bound to have some information on the continent. I love books. Let's do it. Let's read. Right. Not only would it help you to make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you would be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend. Let us be off to the archives. So... there is this thing. What is this? The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Vallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lepis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It's so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Valaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Valaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Erzin cuisine, a history. It's impossible to adequately discuss Erzin cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the... what is that word? These crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lominsan sailor named Ketanram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Ketanram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Momolja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Ketanram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lominsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Ketanram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Ketanram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. That history of Popoto sounded so familiar. I wonder why. The flora and fauna of Tural. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft, white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Viver, I think. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Momolja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Viver is also employed as a siege beast. Oh, enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valiarmanda. It was pronounced as that, I think. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Oh, it definitely exists and we're going to fight it, right? That's how it goes. Lines in the sand, the geopolitics of Hydaelyn. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by man, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Elegans, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Isambard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Momolja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it's a testament to the autarch's greatness. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read this very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? Oh, The legendary steel of gold. No, it's the Popotos! As have I. Despite having just enjoyed a hearty meal, I found myself craving Popotos. As they kept well, they were a boon to sailors, and it was the same property that allowed them to survive the voyage to Eorzea. The book also mentioned a method of preservation which sees Popotos repeatedly frozen and dried. The resultant product was apparently used in a stew by people in mountainous regions. I should like to sample that dish one day. That and all the unique cuisines of that vast continent. Is that why you are munching on that taco in the trailer? But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? No, I wouldn't. Come on, Gro. What gives you that idea? I would never. Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. I should like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. Yes, look at my face. I want that too. Oh, Alisaie! I thought I heard familiar voices. Hi, girl. Oh, Alphinaud is here as well. My babies, my children. Fancy running into the two of you here? Well, well. Have some research of your own, do you? Aye. We hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with radz-at-han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? Oh, you are coming with me, children. We should tell them, Gro. We are going to the New World and you're coming with me. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tural. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'd do well to read up on Huliandel ourselves. Or you can come with us. The contest! Is Alia the only one allowed to help Wuk Lamat? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Wuk Lamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphinaud. We have planning to do. What, Alisaie, wait! No, she will not wait. It would seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Why are we sitting so far apart? Raha, can you just shuffle over here a little bit closer, maybe? That would be lovely. Thank you. Come, let us return to the annex. Aww. You could have sat there a little bit longer. A little bit closer. No. What is it? Why are you looking like that? Raha? Are you okay?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Yeah, there must be something. She's either not privy to the details or there's something afoot and she doesn't want to tell us.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wuk Lamat's request?
As long as you're coming with me, I will accept. I never say no to a new adventure.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well.
Don't worry about it.
Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
He's speaking so softly. I love it.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Noumenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Oh, you're coming with me.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. But there's an idea.
What?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
What? Where are you going? We were having a moment here. Why are you running? Raha, come back. Oh, Tancred? Where are you go? Why did you not even say hi? You all need Jesus. Well, in my defense, hear me out. In my head canon, Ali and Grohard actually together. Please don't judge me. That's why I can say anything I want. Why am I looking like that?
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
Oh, I am ready for an adventure.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
I'm beaming.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Oh, no, never. I would never leave without my children. No.
Alphinaud, Alisaie, what are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Noumenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuk Lamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
Oh no.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
What? That was so memorable. Come on.
First impressions last.
Stop pouting, girl. He's right.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphinaud at your service, and this is my sister Alisaie.
Alphinaud being Alphinaud.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Wuk Lamat is giving me major Karlach vibes.
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tural, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
So what do you mean, you're coming?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Come on, Erenville, stop making faces. What's wrong, Kyle?
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was.
What is it, girl?
Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadel's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
No.
But, Raha...
Ojika alone can do. You're coming with me. Look at my face like, are you not coming?
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Yes, we'll do it, my lady. I am curious about the other contestants, to be honest.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
You got a new map, didn't you? How are you going to put it there?
There.
Okay.
This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Why is Ilzabar still cloudy? Loporrits, you did a very bad job. Why are there clouds still over Ilzabar? Lest you wonder about your passage to Tural, Erenville will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I will let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Meanwhile, in Limsa Laminza. Huh? Oh, Estinian? What are you
When
doing?
does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination?
What?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
Wait, Estinian just randomly goes to Tural? Like, everyone is invited, but Estinian is like, I'm gonna go west. Such a coincidence. To keep the scions together. Meanwhile, in Old Sharlayan. Oh, hi, Huliandel. What are you reading?
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Are we going to see Ishtola as well at one point? Deciding to go to Tural?
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Right. That was the whole premise now. We'll be in separate teams.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Why is Thancred walking like that?
We make for Tural.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
I literally had a heart attack hearing Emmett suck. I miss him!
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
My face is like, I'm going, Emmett. I'm going to do everything you told me. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond.